Hey guys, welcome to the Modern Viking podcast. It's not really a podcast yet because we're not podcasting, but I'm making videos. That's a good start. Hey, so the one I wanted to talk about today is having to do with making the choices we make in our lives and taking ownership of it. Now, taking complete and full ownership of your life, I believe, is critical, important, and a big part of being a modern Viking. You want to achieve the highest levels of success in your life, no matter what that means to you. You can't do that while you walk around blaming other people. Now, I understand, like, the world is fucking nutty lately. Um, and so there's a lot of weird stuff going on, and a lot of stuff that you didn't personally make happen. But there's a, I guess, there's a concept of everything is my fault. Everything is my choice, and taking full ownership of everything in your life. The results you get, the things that happen to you, the things that don't happen to you, um, the things you wish happened to you, all these things, it's part of taking full and complete ownership. And that sounds a little crazy um, if you're new to the concept. Now, is it your fault that you got in a car accident? Well, not actually. But you still take ownership of it. Is it your fault that your wife left you? Maybe. But the whole concept of taking full ownership means that what happens to you in your life and the results you get in your life are dependent upon you. It's not some unseen force that's floating around trying to get you or not get you or whatever. It's based on your choices. Sometimes you make good ones and sometimes you make shit ones, and that's just how it happens. Is it your fault your wife left you? Your girlfriend was, getting banged by the neighbor? Well, maybe. Maybe you weren't doing it right. Maybe, you know, you maybe you were too much of a bitch. Maybe you were a girlfriend when she wanted a boyfriend. I mean, who knows? I don't fucking know. Now this is all hypothetical bullshit. But the point is, if you take full ownership of your life and everything in it and say, you know what, yeah, she did some shitty stuff, or yeah, some bad stuff happened today, or my boss, or, that customer of mine, or this and that didn't go the way I wanted. Take ownership of it anyway. How could I make this better next time? How could I adjust so that next time this doesn't happen? How could I improve myself and become better myself so that if I'm faced with these situations again, how can I be better and show up better and perform better? I mean, you think of Michael Jordan. You think the difference between a Michael Jordan and, we'll just say, somebody more of a background character on a team. I'm not going to name any names, but somebody who, they're a support character. They don't necessarily want the spotlight. They don't necessarily want the responsibility of the game sitting on their shoulders. But somebody like a Michael Jordan, they do. They expect it. They want it. They need it. They take full ownership. If they win or lose, it's their fault. If the whole team fucking wins or loses, their fault. They take full ownership of it as if it were their fault if somebody else dropped the fucking ball. Why? Because they look at it like, well, if I had trained harder, if I had worked better, or if I had worked with that person more, or we had drilled more or practiced more, then that wouldn't have happened. So from that perspective, it is their fault. Because there is tremendous power in taking ownership of everything in your life. Here's why. Just one sec. There's tremendous power in taking ownership of everything in your life, because then everything is under your control. That's the good news, and that's the bad news. The thing is, you take full ownership, you be a powerful man, not only outside physically, but internally. In your heart, you have integrity, you have strength of fortitude, strength of will. you take ownership of everything, and everything will improve. Everything will start to change. You're no longer blaming other people for your success or lack of success or anything else. You're no longer looking outwardly outside of yourself. You will be looking internally. You will be analyzing yourself and your steps that you took, and then you will say, okay, how can I be better next time? How can I do more next time? How can I be a better father, be a better man overall, be a better business owner, or, if you're an employee, a better employee? Any of those things. You can ask yourself those questions, which is a completely different conversation than if you are blaming someone else. If you're looking outside of yourself for what, the cause of things. Oh, well, it's because, you know, so and so at the company did this or said this, or it's because, oh, this other competitor has better, has lower prices and they're lowballing everybody and this and that. Well, those are ways of, justifying your failure in certain situations, but it's definitely not going to be the gateway to improving and succeeding tomorrow and after that. You need to be able to take ownership of everything in your life, of every decision that you make and everything around you that happens. Now, that's not a negative thing. That's not a like, woe is me, everything is my fault. Oh, it's not like that. It's a position of strength and a position where you can, I think, become even stronger than you are. I think you take ownership of your life. You take ownership of everything in it and every decision that's made. It makes you stronger, and it will give you better results in your life. You fuck something up. I fucked up. My bad. I'm going to do better next time. And I'm going to learn how to do better. And I'm going to improve. Because, really, I think to be a modern Viking, I think we should always be looking to, constantly improve every day. In one way or another, we should always be striving to make our lives better and the lives of the people around us that may be counting on us, things like that. It's it's definitely something you could do if you wanted to blame other people for everything in your life, but that will only weaken you because that makes you powerless. If you say, oh, well, it's this person's fault, they took all the business, or it's this person's fault because, they were kissing the boss's ass, or, it's, whatever, fill in the blank. The reason your girlfriend left you is because, she's a bitch or whatever. But the truth is, there's lots and lots of other things that lead up to these things, and you do have control of a lot of that. I'm not sure. Maybe if you were stronger and more assertive in your business, you would have achieved more and you would have done more for the customers, and the customers would have been like, well, yeah, you're more expensive than that guy down the road, but you're going to give me something better. I can count on the quality. I can count on the